Welcome back to the Seattle Center Coliseum. Dan Roan and John Kerr just about ready to get this one started. Let's check the starting lineups. First of all, for the Bulls at power forward, Horace Grant, John.
Well, Horace got 18 points the other night in Oakland and his first three-point shot.
Scottie Pippen, as usual, the small forward.
He'll have his hands full tonight. You'll see him probably at the 2 guard and also at the small forward.
And in the middle, Bill Cartwright.
Billy shot 50% in the last 3 games, so good things coming from him.
They'll need some more points out of him tonight, as well as from John Paxton.
You're right, Dan. If they double-team Michael Jordan, look for Pax to light him up.
And at the other guard, what's that guy's name again?
Oh, I'll tell you something. This guy got 14, and I don't know if they played that good a defense. I look for big numbers from Michael.
He may be out for some revenge tonight. And Phil Jackson, of course, the head coach for the Bulls, who are 4-4 heading into this game tonight. And the starting lineup for the Seattle Supersonics, led by the X-Man.
Well, he's closing in now. He's the fourth all-time leading scorer here with Seattle.
Also up front, Derek McKee of Alabama.
Derek McKee shooting 50% in all 5 of these games, Dan.
And Michael Cage in the middle.
Michael got 10 rebounds in each of the games last year, a feared rebounder.
He really is. And in the backcourt, the rookie, Gary Payton.
Watch out. He got 13, 14, and 19 points. The number 2 draft choice in the NBA this year. Look for him to be Rookie of the Year.
And a former Bull, Sedale Three.
Long range, he'll take up where Dale Ellis left off. He can fire it up.
And K.C. Jones in his first year as head coach of the Supersonics. We want to mention that the reason I'm filling in tonight for Jim Durham is that Jim's mother passed away unexpectedly last week, and our wishes for the family certainly go out to Jim, his brother Kurt, and the rest of the Durham clan. I know it's a very difficult time for them.
Amen. Our thoughts are with you, Jimmy. Well, you just got introduced to Michael's dust bath. How do you like it, Dan?
You notice I'm not saying very much. I'm trying to catch my breath.
Oh, boy.
Derek McKee will jump center against Bill Cartwright. We are underway, and the Bulls have it first. John Paxson out front, guarded by his old teammate, Sedale Three. Pax looks inside for Cartwright. Horace Grant put it on the floor, the drive and scoop, and Horace puts the Bulls on the board 2-0. Grant down the lane for 2.
You know, it looked like they had McDaniel switching over to play Cartwright. We'll see if Cage doesn't play him. That could change the Bulls' offensive theory around here a little bit.
Payton with the basketball, nothing doing out there, and a long pass stolen by Michael, and here we go. Whoa!
That should be on the side. That should be on the side.
You're right, John. Let's see how we rule this one.
That should be on the side.
Nope.
They're not going to give it to him.
They sure aren't.
He came after him. He came after him hard. Now, Michael goes in for the shot. That's from the back. He makes the basket. They should have that ball out on the side, Dan. They changed that rule this year. Michael gets up, and he is taken into the stands, and now Sedale Three gets up, and Soxton says, I didn't mean it. But that is, you can't do that. You can't go after a guy.
That's why the rule was written.
Absolutely.
And Jordan's free throw bounces out, and the Bulls have a 4-0 lead. Quickly into the front court come the Sonics, the X-Man, Sedale Three. Out on the right wing, Payton trying to go on Paxson. He lost the ball, and here comes Michael again with Horace on the wing. All the way to the glass goes Michael Jordan, and it's 6-0 Chicago. McDaniel from 15 puts the Sonics on the board, 6-2. We thought we'd see some transition basketball, and the Bulls have done it so far, John, off the defense.
Yes, they have. They were able to stealing the ball, really.
Good look inside by Paxson. Grant turnaround jump shot, air ball, rebound Seattle with Cage. And they throw it away. Cage heaved it over Payton's head and out of bounds. It will be Bulls basketball.
Now, Michael Cage led the NBA in rebounding that one year. He and Oakley were very, very close, and on the last day it was decided. So Phil is already saying he doesn't miss a 10-foot post-up jump shot by 2 feet.
And he's probably right, too. He'll try the post-up this time with Cartwright against Cage. He should be able to get a shot here, John. Yep. And he does. Bill Cartwright on the board. It's 8-2 Chicago. And a 20-second timeout by K.C. Jones. He wants to talk things over. The Bulls out quick.
Yeah, the Bulls have really had their way here. They've done it in transition basketball. Michael stealing the ball twice, going on any for easy hoops. Horace drove to open his game right from the top of the key, and then they went to Cartwright. So all the things the Bulls want to do, get all their big people involved, and that's a good look at K.C. Jones, and what a career he has had, but mostly with the Boston Celtics as a player and coach.
Well, they said when they brought him in to be the coach of the Supersonics this year that he's got plenty of championship rings for his fingers. He's got 10. Now they want him to start things on his toes.
Well, everybody has a birthday, as you know, Dan. Dave Hoekstra, one of the beat writers. His dad, Al, was watching. And, Al, we're going to take care of him today, make sure he gets to bed on time.
And a couple of more to pass along later on, too. Feel like Harry Carey kind of. Back to action. Gary Payton, right side with John Paxson on him. Payton looks for somebody to pass to. He finds McDaniel, who traveled and got away with it, and jams it with a hook. The X-Man slam dunked it, and it's 8-4. Backcourt pressure. Jordan, free throw line. Good look to Pippen, who dunked it. Scottie Pippen inside for the jam. It's 10-4 Chicago.
I don't know if they can press the Bulls. The Bulls are very active, especially this group.
Yeah, Golden State may have been able to, but not these guys. The X-Man pulls it back, had it bounce out, rebound Cartwright. Now Jordan, long feed to Pippen, and he's fouled by Sadeo 3.
That's 3 seconds, and he looks like he got hurt on the play.
Awfully slow getting up. Yeah. Here's another look at it.
Michael just flipped the ball up to Scotty, tried to be very easy about it. Sadeo Treat came in and came down hard on his right side, and that's, they don't need another injury, but that's a second foul now on Treat.
Pulls inbound. It's Horace Grant. Thought about it. Now Michael on the baseline. Pippen, the offensive board, and a reverse jam for Scotty. Scotty, who was very passive against Golden State the other night, Brad, has come out smoking in this one.
They didn't shoot well at all. I think Cartwright's the only guy, and Michael shot 50%, but it was really not a good shooting match by anybody. And that time, Horace Grant fouls Xavier McDaniel, but it'll be a non-shooting foul. And this guy can. This guy is really something. I like McDaniel, and we'll see a guy that McDaniel was the #1 scorer at his school, and Cliff Livingston was #3 there, Wichita State.
Had a guy named Antoine Carr who wasn't
in the
too
middle.
bad either.
That's right.
A two-man game inside. McKee could not get the roll, but got the rebound and laid it back in. Derek McKee for 2. It's 12-6. The Bulls by 6. 8:43 to go in the first quarter. Michael on the dribble. High post Cartwright. Now Jordan with Cage. Drives into Paxson from the corner.
That's what I was mentioning earlier when we introduced Pax, that if they double Michael, Pax will knock it in from there.
Bulls up by 6. Treat with a long jump shot, not there. Cartwright to the glass, had it knocked away, and Cage gets the easy one. Garbage hoop from Michael Cage, his first. And it's 14-8. May have heard Phil Jackson come over here and say 2 hands on that rebound.
That's his third now. That's Sadeo Treat's third. Michael went down in the hole with him, so they're going to make a quick move here. And they come with Dana Barros. Barros doesn't give you the height that at 6'2", Treat does, but he gives you some speed, and he can open it up because he's got that long. Matter of fact, he's got the only three-point shot out of the 7 that they've taken this year. He's got the only one.
Well, he's got some range. Great player at Boston College. Now back to the corner. Paxson, long outlet pass from Jordan. Nothing there. Michael left wing. Going to put it up and hit it. Michael Jordan with 6.
You saw him go to Jordan in the corner. They're going to try to do what Golden State and Detroit have been successful with, and that's taking the ball out of Michael's hand.
He's had it plenty so far.
Well, what they've done, though, that last time, Dan, is that they went around the horn and got it back to Michael.
Good step in by Scottie Pippen to knock the ball away, and he's fouled by Gary Payton. So the Bulls really active tonight on defense so far.
The Sonics are sort of telegraphing what they want to do, and of course Payton hasn't really seen this defense the way the Bulls can play it until tonight.
Phil Jackson would be proud of that all the starters for Chicago have now scored. 16-8 Bulls, 7:22 to go. Inside it goes to Grant. He had it knocked away, and Horace will go to the free throw line, fouled by Michael Cage.
They've been able to hit their teammates as they flash through the lane. That time Horace just flashed in there, got the ball, faded away, but got hammered by Cage.
Good look inside by Scottie Pippen, and that's the 5th team foul on Seattle.
So, well, this is something, too, that the Bulls didn't do in that other game. Get to the free throw line. You've got to get there. Michael missed his only free throw, and now Grant opens up, missing a free throw also. Speaking about free throws, this Sonics club does not get to the free throw line very often. Only 142 free throws in the 5 games they've played.
Second shot for Horace is good. And it's 17-8. Bulls' biggest lead is 9. Jordan with Payton out high. There's Dana Barros. Daniel with Grant. Good matchup there. The X-Man. Got it to Cage, and Cage couldn't get it to go down. Rebound, Cartwright, and here come the Bulls on the run. Jordan, Paxson's jumper. Not there, but the rebound is there by Scottie Pippen. Scottie tipped Jam, his 6th point of the game, and the Bulls have their biggest lead, and a timeout called by the Supersonics. Casey Jones wants to talk it over with 6:44 to go in the opening quarter. The Bulls out to an 11-point lead.
And best of all, they have it for less.
Well, it all started after my car here began to act up on me. It'd spit and sputter. It was hard to start. A buddy of mine suggested that I fill up with super clean unleaded gasoline from Phillips 66. I did, and it worked. Now it starts right, and it runs right. The problem wasn't my new car. It was my old gasoline.
Good things for cars and the people who drive them.
Ford Tempo is designed to put quality right at your fingertips, along with a number of other things. And as you can see, its value is also well within your reach. Ford Tempo. Who says you have to be well-to-do to do it well?
Have you driven a Ford lately?
Last year, the Illinois Lottery lengthened Michael Jordan's hang time. This year, we leave it in your hands. The 1991 Michael Jordan Flip Book Date Book.
And make sure this is not the only book you pick up. Say yes to graduation.
Hot shooting in the early going as the Bulls have jumped out to a 19-8 lead over Seattle. Michael Jordan with 6. Scottie Pippen with 6 to lead the way for Chicago so far. And the X-Man has 4 for the Supersonics. Seattle inbounds. Dana Barros with John Paxson out front. 6:39 to play in the first quarter. McDaniel with Grant. Bulls doing a good job inside on defense, and Michael with the steal. Showtime in Seattle.
Hey, that's what they came to see. You and I both came to see that one.
That lit them up in the Coliseum. It's 21-8. The Bulls in front. Quentin Daly into the ball game. Daly got it to the X-Man. It's slapped away again. Here comes Jordan with it, 3-on-1. Pippen, return pass to Jordan. He'll shoot the wing jumper. And it's up off the top of the board, no good.
Michael really wanted Scotty to take the ball and fire it in. He kicked it back out to him again. So Bulls are playing good defense, Dan.
On Tuesday, December 4th at 7 o'clock when the Bulls take on the Phoenix Suns, it's Wheaties Puzzle Night. The first 10,000 fans receive a puzzle showing the Wheaties box that features Michael Jordan, compliments of Wheaties. 2 shots, 3 shots over the head, no good for the Sonics, but the X-Man is there to put the 4th one down.
Boy, they just beat the Bulls to death and avoid that trip.
Xavier McDaniel with 6, the Bulls with a 21-10 lead, and knocked out of bounds right in front of us.
Golden Colonies checks in for the Sonics.
Michael stole that ball. He came down. The tongue went out. He didn't know what he wanted to do. Almost missed it, really, to tell you the truth. I'd like to almost miss like that.
Wouldn't we all? Bulls with it. 5:25 to go in the opening period. They lead by 11. 10, 9, 8 on the shot clock. Jordan guarded out front by Olden Colonies. Michael with 4 on the shot. Gonna have to hurry. And he stepped out of bounds. Good defense by Olden Colonies. The 7-footer trying to guard Michael Jordan in the open court. He did a great job, John.
Replacing X.
All right, McDaniels will leave. Now they got Sean Kemp, Polonese in there, and Nate McMullen.
Quentin Daly also into the game, so a totally fresh 5 out there for the Supersonics. Hacks tried for the steal, couldn't get there, and Barros puts it up and nails it. Dana Barros from the outside. It's 21-12. The Sonics making a mini run here. B.J. Armstrong up off the Chicago bench. He'll be coming in 1 second. Horace. Hacks. Looking inside for Cartwright. Nothing there, and Pippen will take it on his own. The pull-up in the lane is good by Scotty. Much more aggressive tonight, John, than he had been in the first 2 games on this trip.
He's not settling for everything outside. He's going right into the hole.
Quentin Daly from the baseline.
And he can fire jumpers. That guy.
He can't do anything else. He can do that. Paxson left wing and a whistle away for the ball.
So Scottie Pippen gets the foul, trying to take Quentin Daly, who looks like he weighs about 240 pounds. Man, he looks big.
You're trying to tell me that Q has not been working that ultra slim fast diet, Red?
I don't think he's on a weight program. I mean a weightlifting program.
He may be on a weight gain program. B.J. Armstrong on for the Bulls. Pack sits down, Barros through everybody. Gets it to Polonese for the dunk. Make it Sean Kemp. Sean Kemp inside with the hammer.
Now he got 6 points off the bench. And Kemp really is trying to get more minutes from his coach, and he voiced it in the paper that he should be playing more.
Well, he's going to be a great player. He hasn't played very much organized basketball at all as Jordan throws it up there at the whistle. No good, but we get a foul on the Supersonics.
Is first.
McMillan, I think, that came over with that pound. McMillan's got his hands on Michael. Michael tries to come out of it as Bill sets a screen on him. And
Bulls in the bonus have been for some time. And Michael at the free throw line. 41 points against the Celtics earlier this year, but only 14 the other night against Golden State. Michael 1 for 2 at the line so far tonight. Make it 2 for 3. He's in double figures, and the Bulls have a 9-point lead with 3:41 to go. They're in the trap. McMillan almost traveled, got away with it. The pass across to Kemp, who pulled it down and laid it in.
We're going to see both teams putting a little pressure on here.
Give and go, Jordan. They had him. Grant couldn't get the ball to him. Now it's Cartwright from 10 feet. His shot no good. Rebound Kemp. Boy, Sean Kemp has come into the game and really made an impression. Ball knocked out of bounds by Grant. It'll be Seattle ball with 3:12 to go in the opening period. They're down by 7. Daly to the glass.
The Bulls have been soft on penetration, or they've stole some balls early, Dan, but they've really been soft in the last couple of games down the middle.
Pippen from long range had to go in and out, and Polonese has this rebound. The Bulls can't buy a basket or grab a rebound, and the Sonics are making a run. Down by only 5. They had trailed by 13. Nate McMillan will try it. In and out. Pippen's got the loose ball rebound for the Bulls. Scotty in a hurry. Scotty behind Grant's screen. No good. The rebound by Cartwright. Blocked from behind by Kemp. Bill tries it again, and he's fouled this time.
Neither is Quentin Daly.
Chicago.
Bill Cartwright will go to the free throw line when we come back. 2:24 to play in the opening period. The Bulls high 5, 25-20.
Kansas Sonics.
time machine ahead 40 years.
Cold filtered, never heat pasteurized Miller Genuine Draft.
Don't worry, Judy. I'm sure the future will be a very cool place.
For those who discovered its real draft taste, the world is a very cool place.
It works.
I love Toyota sports performance cars, like this Corolla SR5. Some call it a pocket rocket. I call it fast. The Toyota Celica comes with more power and more performance, and a pretty low price. From 0 to 60, Toyota's two-seater passes by Porsche with a full second to spare. And the Toyota Supra, uncompromised, luxurious, world-class. Face it, nobody beats what your Toyota dealer has in store for you. And tell them Mike sent you, but hurry.
Help you? Just looking.
We interrupt this browsing for another useful tool. Perfect. The card that actually pays you cash back for every charge.
That's it.
The Discover card.
Thanks for just browsing.
It pays to Discover, the card that pays you back.
On Friday night, December 7th at 7:30, when the Bulls take on the New York Knicks, it's Hinckley and Schmidt Sports Bottle Night. The first 10,000 fans will receive a Bull sports bottle, courtesy of Hinckley and Schmidt. And that big roar you heard in the background was for the final score of the Apple Bowl football game out here. Washington beat Washington State 55-10. That must crush Bulls assistant PR director Joyce Szymanski, who went to state.
Well, you know what? It doesn't mean very much to the people that are viewing us back in Chicago, Dan, but out here, that's a big-time game. That's all they've been talking about is the Big Apple game.
Bill Cartwright will have 2 free throws, and the first one bounces out.
Well, the Bulls need a little work here. They're getting to the free throw line, and they've missed 3 so far.
3 for 6 in the game, and Cartwright a 78% free throw shooter. He'll have one more. And he got that one. Bulls by 6, 26-20. Pressure in the backcourt. The Sonics find McMillan, and he brings it across the timeline.
See, McMillan is really a guard. He's played guard for him, but now he can play that small forward. He can handle the ball if they have a big play.
Alley-oop behind Horace Grant. And what about Sean Kemp?
21 years old. The young man is really something else.
Never played college basketball.
Right. Trinity Junior College.
But didn't even play there.
Abundance of talent.
Stacey King up off the Bulls bench. He'll be coming in. Inside it goes Cartwright. Tough jump shot under pressure is good. Bill Cartwright over Polynice. Cartwright with 5 points in the game. It's 28-22.
Yeah, if people remember, it was Olden Polynice that the Bulls traded after they drafted him for Scottie Pippen.
To the Bull for about 5 minutes.
Polynice on that offensive foul, Dan. He went down in the corner to set a screen on Scottie Pippen, and he got caught.
First one on Olden Polynice. Stacey King comes on for Horace Grant. 7 turnovers already for Seattle. The Bulls with only 2. And B.J. Armstrong has it up against Dana Barros. Now Michael Jordan left wing. Shot clock at 10. Armstrong way outside right. Looking for Cartwright. Had it knocked away and stolen by Polynice. And here comes Barros with it. Barros hauls it back out with 1:04 to play in the first period. The world's biggest bee flying around on our faces here. Quentin Daly. The Q off the bench with 6. 28-24. Bulls go down inside, and another foul on the Sonics. This time, Sean Kemp holding Bill Cartwright, and that should send Bill to the free throw line once again. Oh, Stacey King, I'm sorry. It wasn't Cartwright.
Stacey King is at the line for the Bulls.
Stacey's first appearance at the line tonight.
Stacey's got, in only his second year, as far as I can see, probably as good a move to the hoop as anybody that's ever played this game down low. He really makes some move. Now Jordan leaves, and Dennis Hobson comes in for him. But if we get a chance to watch King when he gets the ball in low, he's got some great footwork moves. He missed that first free throw, and
Second one by Stacy is good. The Bulls 5 for 9 from the line, and Seattle has yet to get to the stripe in the first quarter. 43 seconds for the period, 20 on the shot clock. Sonics into the front court. McMillan, Daly, look out. Spin move, fading back, and nailed it again. Quentin Daly with 4 field goals in the first half. The Bulls' lead has been cut to 3. 25 on the game clock as Pippen takes it in and draws the foul on Kemp.
Sean Kemp went in to block it. It's almost impossible to block that. Kemp is really moaning, and that'll catch him a technical very quickly. It's very difficult to avoid a foul when a man is coming in on a power slam. Scotty went in. Kemp looks like he got part of the ball in the left hand of Scotty.
I think he whacked him pretty good across the arm.
So free throws are the big thing that the Bulls are getting to the line. We talked about that, Dan, and well, let's see if Scotty can make good on his. He'll be the first guy to make a pair.
Scotty looking for his 10th point, and he got it. A couple of free throws make the score 31-26. Shot clock is off. 20 seconds to play in the opening period. Bulls with pressure, and Barros breaks it easily. Sonics haul it out. They'll play for 1. Barros against Hobson. Around the screen. And Daly tried the return pass, stolen by Pippen. Got to put it up.
They were waiting for the whistle to blow. Scotty traveled on the play, and they didn't call it.
Hobson got the shot away, but it bounced out. So the end of the first quarter finds the Bulls in front by 5. It's 31-26 Chicago. We'll be back with more after these messages.
Can win you 100,000 or thousands of other.
A crib should be the safest place in the world for a baby. But some cribs are the most dangerous place a baby can be. Each year, 13,000 babies die or are badly injured in crib accidents. Is your crib safe? For a free brochure about crib safety, call the Danny Foundation, 1-800-83-DANNY. Your baby's life may depend on it.
In November, look what's sitting at the head of the table. The Hamilton Beach electric knife from True Value hardware stores. Its famous hole-in-the-handle design ensures perfect carving balance, while the stainless steel blades carve your holiday turkey, roast, or ham in minutes. In November, get the Hamilton Beach electric knife. It's just $10.88 while supplies last at participating True Value hardware stores and home centers.
I'm here with Reggie Miller and Super Dave Osborne to compare the Nike Air Flight Lite with the Super Dave rocket shoe.
Good luck, Roger. It's Reggie. Air Flight Lite is the lightest Nike basketball shoe on earth.
My rocket shoe features genuine Saskatchewan salmon skin for real safety.
This is the lightest Nike basketball shoe on earth.
This beauty runs on nitrogen and methane.
Well, all right, let's go check it out.
Well, with my launching ramp and my rocket shoe, it's no contest. I'll hit the ramp and rocket 22 feet in the air. Here we go. I'm going to hit the ramp. I missed it. Oh, I hurt my spleen.
Well, of course you did. You decide. The lightest Nike basketball shoe on earth or a hurt spleen.
Help me, Roger.
It's Reggie.
I'm going to miss my spleen.
Dan Rowan with Red Kerr back in Seattle, where the Bulls have a 5-point lead after the first period. Chicago used those 8 turnovers early, John, to open up a big lead, but the Supersonics have really tightened it up later on in the first quarter.
Yeah, if they could have made a few free throws, they could have been out to a nice 10, 11-point lead here.
The Sonics have yet to get to the free throw line. Seattle starts the second period with Daly, Barros, Kemp, Polonese, and McMillan in the game as the shot goes off. Purdue into the ball game for Chicago, and Will has the rebound. This is Hobson. Hobson inside. Pippen with the hammer.
Kemp didn't want any part of that. He just walked away. They got him inside. They tried to play in front of Scotty, but when that failed, Hobson got him the ball.
Get out of the way. Scottie Pippen has 12 in the game, and the Bulls up by 7. Early stages, second period. the Seattle Center Coliseum. In the corner, Daly drives the baseline. Got it to McMillan. The hook shot in the lane is good by Nate McMillan. His first hoop tonight. Bulls with Hobson, Armstrong, Perdue, Pippen, and King in the ball game right now. And Scotty from way out left is good. Pippen having a great game so far tonight. 14 for Scotty.
This is what the Bulls expected all the time for Scotty when they do sit Michael down, for him to take over, Dan, and be able to hit those shots. If he doesn't hit those shots, the Bulls struggle.
You've got to have somebody in there that you can go to when the going gets tough, and Pippen's been the guy so far tonight. Millen out left. Goes around Scotty and then throws it away. Out of bounds to Chicago.
Scotty Pippen came in and Kemp walked away. He tried to block one, and then he came down. They gave him a little room here. He pulls up for the jumper, so Scotty with back-to-back hoops. He cleans the dust out of the net on one and knocks it out from 15 foot for another one.
And 9 Seattle turnovers already. Scotty way out right wing, looking inside. Only one person there is B.J. Armstrong, and that's not the guy he's looking for. Hobson from the left side nailed it. Dennis Hobson with his first basket.
Well, the Bulls man off the ball has been paying dividends tonight. We saw Pax do it early, and now Hobson does it here.
Bulls shooting 61% in the early going. They've shot 40% combined in the first 2 games on this road trip. McMillan way outside left wing, too far. Rebound Scottie Pippen. Pippen had it knocked away and stolen by Derek McKee. Now Barros with a foot on the stripe. No good, and Perdue has his second rebound. Bounced the outlet pass to Pippen. Scotty looked inside, still on the dribble, and now back to BJ. They set up the offense. Stacey King posting up inside. King, ball fake, spins into the lane, and he is fouled. Aggressive play in the post by Stacey King sends him to the free throw line for 2.
Little man, Dana Barros got him. And we talked about Stacey's great footwork. Here he went in the pivot. He looks, he tries to wait to clear it out. They don't know where he's going to go. He makes a little fake right and then down the lane. And the little man wailed on him. So now Cage is going to come back in. Cage is in here now. Xavier McDaniel is back in. Gary Payton is in. McKee stays.
Stacey King is at the
Dale
line.
freed up off the bench, and he's at the scorer's table.
Dale 3 also returns for Seattle.
Cliff Livingston on for the Bulls as Stacey hits the first free throw. King 2 out of 3 at the line and 3 out of 4. He has 3 points, and the Bulls have built that lead back up to 11 with 9:23 to play in the first half. There's pressure at the midcourt line. Now Hobson working on Gary Payton out there. Two-man game with McKee setting the screen. A reverse bounce pass, and McKee takes it in. Nice two-man work right there by the Supersonics for the bucket.
They did that effectively against the Bulls in the 3 games that they played. They used that play, and now they use it again here in these scores.
Perdue in trouble, had it knocked away and stolen by Payton. Here come the Sonics. Threet, got it. Sedale Threet from Gary Payton. It's 39-32.
So now they put some defensive pressure on.
Here's Hobson. Livingston way out. Now Perdue. Shot clock down to 5. Bulls need to get it up. They're not going to get a shot, and it's stolen by Payton. 3-on-1. They're out on the run. The X-Man is fouled by Dennis Hobson. Hobson prevented the basket, but sends X to the free throw line for 2.
You're better in a situation like that, trapped behind the board, just to throw it off the back of the boards. Now he got trapped way, and he just threw it out. You know, just throw it out of bounds so you can get back on defense. They come at you and get fouled. As a little steal by Payton, he leads this team in steals. So Michael Jordan back in the game.
Xavier McDaniel at the free throw line, had it bounce out, no good. First free throw of the night for the Sonics comes with 8:16 to play in the first half. Got the second one. 7 points for the X-Man. It's 39-33, the Bulls by 6, and Jordan with the basketball against Gary Payton.
Michael got a nice rest there.
Long rest. Michael had 10 in the first quarter. Livingston, jump shot, no, rebound Cage. And here come the Sonics with a chance to cut it to 4. X, he traveled again, Red. And we get a blocking foul on the Bulls.
Livingston with the foul. It looked like he did travel a little bit, but down the baseline, Cliff Livingston stepped in, and there's your two former, not schoolmates, that went to the same school, hold a lot of records at Wichita State.
2 team fouls on the Bulls. Long outside jumper by Cage is good. Michael Cage from another country. I don't think we'll see too much of that tonight from that guy. But he hit the 20-footer and brings his team within 4. 7.5 to play, second period. Bulls with it. Jordan posting up. Jump shot over Payton.
Oh, yeah.
The reload goes and a foul on the rookie.
Payton tried to pull his hand out of the cookie jar. He gets his second foul. Michael went down in the lane, got the ball, Dan, and just double pumped in the air.
School's in on this play.
I want to tell you, you're right. Gary Payton thinks he makes a great play here. He's up on a ball. Michael comes down and knocked it in. Goes for a three-pointer here.
Against a lot of people, that may have been a great play. But not this guy. 3-point play for Michael. 13 for the game. 42-35. And the ball knocked out of bounds by Chicago.
Frank Hodges has checked in for the Bulls.
Hodges in for the Bulls.
Hodges had a big night up here last year, too. Shoots well on this floor.
Is also
long cross-court pass. Cage had to go up to get it one-handed. Now Payton, good inside dish, and McKee lays it in. Nice look inside by Gary Payton, and Derek McKee has his second bucket of the period, his third of the game, 42-37. King, Livingston, Jordan thought about the 3 and didn't take it. Here's Cliff off balance, no good off the glass, rebound Cage. Cage getting to the boards now. A chance to cut it to 3 for Seattle. Inside again, the X-Man hammered. Livingston got him. The 2 Wichita State guys going at it, Reds, and yeah, that time the X-Man had the better of him.
His second, third of the team.
This one underneath, a beautiful pass by Payton into his man McKay, who laid it up and in, and then a good move by
Supersonics.
Xavier McDaniel to draw Livingston off his feet.
The X-Man will have 2 free throws when we come back. 6:45 for the second quarter. The Bulls by 5, 42-37.
The number on the racing form you received.
Before this, you never heard of cold filtered. Before this, you never heard of genuine draft taste in a bottle. Now hear this. Get out of the old, get into the cold.
Cold filtered taste is what it's all about. Never heat pasteurized, so the rich, smooth taste don't cook out. For those who discover its real draft taste, the world can be a very cool place.
Get out of the old, get into the cold. Miller Genuine Draft.
The Ford F-150. More truck, less money. Ford F-150 has more horsepower than Chevy, more payload, a cargo box that's almost 7 inches wider than Chevy's, and a proven truck suspension. Chevy's suspension is similar to some passenger cars. You get all these Ford advantages for a lower price. That's right, a lower price. And now your Ford dealer is offering thousands of dollars in savings on F-150. So why settle for less truck when you can buy a Ford F-150 right now and get more truck for less money? Only at your local Ford dealer.
Spots is the very best buddy. Spots is ready to play. In Sunday Chicago Tribune, he makes it our favorite day. Spots has games and puzzles, plenty to play and do. So honey, won't you pick all the spots for us in the Sunday Chicago Tribune comic section? The Sunday Chicago Tribune.
At halftime tonight, our NBA feature, Dynamic Duo. Some of the best twosomes in NBA history. We'll also have a WGN-TV news break from Chicago. First half analysis from Red Kerr and highlights and all the numbers. That's coming up at halftime. 6:45 to go in the second quarter. And the Bulls leading by 5. It's 42-37. Scottie Pippen with 14, Michael Jordan 13 to lead the Bulls. And for the Sonics, Quentin Daly with 8. Xavier McDaniel with 7, and he misses the free throw.
You know, they're missing their top guy. Really, Dale Ellis has carpal tunnel syndrome in his right foot, besides having all kinds of off-court problems. And there he is sitting in the stands. He's on the disabled list.
They had him on the suspended list so they could bring him back instantly, but they went ahead and switched up yesterday and put him on the injured list. They can't bring him back for another 5 games. He's getting better, but he's not there yet. Michael with a no-look pass to Horace Grant. Off Horace's hands and out of bounds to the Sonics. 7 turnovers now for the Bulls. Gary Payton, good bounce pass inside. Sadeo Threet, fadeaway jumper, good. Sadeo Threet hits a bucket.
Their guards normally will take Hodges down into the lane.
Michael on the drive, good dish to Grant, and a foul called inside on McKee.
Well, Michael made a real penetration there, and when he does, you better come out to grab him. He drew everybody to him. I thought he was going up for the shot, but McKee has to come over, and then Michael lays it off to Horace, and then McKee trying to get back in, he draws a foul.
Good look by Michael. He certainly had nowhere to go shooting the basketball. He was able to get it to Grant, and he was fouled by McKee, but Horace's first one, no good.
Bill Cartwright and Scotty Pippen
Bill Cartwright and Scotty Pippen both back on for the Bulls. Horace now 1 out of 3 at the line, 2 out of 4, and it's 43-40. Johnny Bach working the Bulls sideline tonight. 43-40, 5:59 to play. First half from Seattle. Hodges knocked it away, but Payton regains control. Now Threet with 8 on the shot clock. Threet push off against Jordan. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebound McDaniel, had it swatted out of there by Grant, but Horace is going to pick up a foul.
That ball hung up there and hung up there and hung up there. Look, it really looked like McDaniel uses his arm to clear off to get the ball on this side. He did. He gave Horace a shove, and then Horace came back and gets the foul. So McDaniel, who has had a mixed bag up there at the free throw line. There's a technical foul by Joey Crawford on Phil Jackson.
Well, Phil stood on the sideline and watched first Sadeo Threet push off Michael Jordan, then saw the X-Man push Horace Grant away. Second free throw. Well, Threet hit the technical free throw. And now the X-Man will finish up his pair. So they've hit 2 of 2. They've pulled to within a point, and this free throw could tie the game. Phil Jackson with the tee.
I mean, Phil is standing right here by us. I couldn't hear him. I don't know how I could hear him all the way down there.
I don't either. I didn't hear him say anything too harsh, but the X-Man hits the free throw, and the game is tied with 5:42 to go in the first half. Jordan has it knocked away. Bulls need a basket. 43 apiece. Jordan. Cartwright wheels inside, and he's fouled by Gary Payton.
Number 3 on Payton.
He'll put it on the floor, and he'll go to the free throw line. Or will he? No, that's not quite the bonus yet. 4 team fouls now in Seattle.
Phil was talking to Bill Cartwright there. He says, make yourself available for the pass.
Bulls with a fresh 24. Hodges to Grant, way outside. Jordan trying to post up, and Payton fouled him, and that's 4 on Gary Payton.
Crowd didn't like that, but Michael said, I'm going to go right downtown, and if they don't play, Michael, if they sag back, then you're going to see Craig Hodges take the 3. He had it in the corner, just fired it down, and
whacked right over the top. Not much question about that one, Red.
That's right.
From another angle. Good work inside by Michael.
So Michael will get a chance to put a couple points up here, and Dan, these 2 free throws, Michael now has as many as he had in that game in Oakland the other night. He's got 14.
Michael with the second one. Looking for a 2-point Bulls lead. He got it. Gary Payton on the bench now for the Sonics with 4 fouls. That's asking a lot of a rookie to go down to the post and try to guard Michael Jordan one-on-one.
Well, Michael's smart enough to know, too. He goes down there to try to work on him, and it's hard to play. It's hard to play defense on Jordan down the post.
Shot clock down to 5. Barrows Trying to take it down low. He does. He didn't get it. And Michael hauls out the rebound for the Bulls. Jordan on the dribble. Down the lane. Tried to scoop it to Grant. It was saved in the corner by Hodges. No good, but Michael got the flat-footed rebound by Jordan.
Came right to him, and nobody knew what was going to happen in that play.
Had to reload the pass. Now Pippen down the lane to Grant. Inside off the glass and good. Horace Grant got inside Derek McKee.
I'll tell you, they've got Seattle just standing around and watching. They're breaking them down with their penetration.
Well, K.C. Jones is really barking down on the Seattle bench. Not happy with the effort that trip. McKee knocked down Pippen, no call. Ball now batted away and stolen with Hodges. Bulls have a chance if they hurry. Craig will shoot it. That's a 2, a long 2 for Hodges. And the Bulls back up by 6. It's 49-43. Inside 4 minutes now to go in the first half. 3. Up high, Barrows.
They get the ball to McDaniel. He will take it through the hoop very strongly, but Barrows comes around that screen and makes a little banger off the side.
Off the glass, and Hodges all alone as Barrows went for the steal and missed it. So a couple of quick hoops by Hodges makes it 51-45. The Bulls back on top by 6.
They take advantage of a guy going that size, going all the way in for the layup. They were able to come back down the floor and fire right to Hodges. So they haven't gone to X-Man. There he is. He's going to work. Watch this.
And we get
on the other side. That was on Horace Grant for throwing his man out of the way. So Horace gets his third, so Phil's going to have to come quickly with somebody. You know, you watch Jordan talk about his offense. You know, it reminds you of the eyes of Singletary across the line of scrimmage, doesn't it? He knows what's happening. He knows where the ball is going. He anticipates it, but he doesn't show you. I guess that's as great as you'll see the eyes across the line of scrimmage of Singletary's great big eye. But Michael didn't do that. He just had him knowing where the ball was going to go. So now Cliff Livingston comes in. Sean Kemp will come in. Horace Grant goes out. And Derek McKee will leave.
We knew Michael would show up, Red, with a game face on tonight after scoring 14 at Golden State the other night, and he has. Second free throw by Barrows is right there, so 51-47 now. Bulls on the push. Oh, trying to go up high for Jordan. Payton got there first to make it 3. And 3 back down for the 2.
Oh, he took it too far. If he's going to throw the alley-oop to Michael, he's got to slow his pace down. But he went right in where Sedale treated 6'2", could just jump up and grab the pass.
And the Sonics cash in. It's 51-49. Jordan being hammered out front by McDaniel. They look inside Cartwright. And for the first time, Cartwright's gotten a chance to post up, and he makes the most of it. Still with 6, it's 53-49, Bulls by 4. Reed for 3. Nope. And now we get the loose ball foul on Xavier McDaniel for pushing up.
Steal by Seattle. As I said, Scotty came in too close. If he'd have stopped out, Sedale Treat wouldn't be able to pick that ball up.
Michael was up there, but no go that time. 2:34 for the first half. The Bulls by 4. 53-49. We'll be back.
A performance story from Phillips 66. Subject, gasoline. Weather is constantly changing. From region to region, throughout the year. That's why at Phillips, we adjust our gasoline to change with it, so that your car will perform well, no matter what kind of weather's up ahead. Phillips 66. You'll find performance in everything we do.
Now it's your dream. Now it's your time. Your name's on the door and your heart's on the line.
Before you go into business, call the small business experts at Illinois Bell. We have the phones and features that can save you up to $1,200 in that critical first year.
Day by day you're gonna make it. Find a way out on your own. You're not alone.
Go into business with Illinois Bell.
It's a special season, the silver season, and after 25 years, Johnny Red Kerr remembers the first season.
It was really something when the Bulls came in because they were recognized right away with two All-Stars, Guy Rogers and Jerry Sloan. This was a graveyard for professional basketball, but not after that first year.
Friday, November 30th, it's Miller Genuine Draft 25th Anniversary Mug Night, plus the Bulls and Pacers. For tickets, call 312-902-1919.
I sure didn't think I'd still be here 25 years later.
2:34 for the first half. The Bulls leading by 4 and shooting very well in this period, 73%. And Seattle at 57, so a couple of hot teams in this period tonight in Seattle. On Saturday, December 8th at 7:30 when the Bulls face the Portland Trail Blazers. It's Tiger Electronic Game Night. The first 1,500 kids 14 and under will receive a Jordan Bird electronic game. Compliments of Tiger Electronics. Scottie Pippen at the free throw line as we get back to the action here. Pippen. First one way short. He almost fired the air ball up there. Scottie was 2 for 2 before that.
Scottie steps way off the line. He's back there a good 16 feet.
Now the second was short too. All he needs to do is step up, Red.
Yeah.
Ball out of bounds off Hodges. Seattle will bring it in, down by 4 points with 2:34 to play. Bulls pressure in the backcourt. McMillan in some trouble. He got it up to Kemp across the timeline, and Sonics will set it up. Quentin Daly at the scorer's table for Seattle. McMillan to Barros. 5 on the shot clock. 3. Barros got it up and got it in.
Oh, man, he just jumped up. He put his left arm out to ward people out, but there was nobody there.
Dana Barros just like at Boston College. 53-51. 2 minutes now for the period. Pippen around Cage, had it knocked out of bounds, and they thought they might give that one to Seattle for a second. The crowd thought so too.
Well, they saw Joey Crawford walking the other way, but he walked over to just let Quentin Daly in.
K.C. Jones can't believe that one. Stacey King will come quickly into the Bulls lineup. You're watching Bulls basketball tonight on WGN TV, Channel 9 Chicago. Michael Jordan, no good. King pushed off and got caught. Stacey King got the rebound, but he's going to draw the foul.
They're going to come down the other end here to shoot.
Stacey King, his first.
That's his first. Shot up by Jordan on the side. Not a banging underneath, but whoop, he pushed them both out. He got Cartwright out of their hands. Yeah.
The big, strong guy from Oklahoma.
He
couldn't have been too happy about the way his old guys got rubbed out by Arkansas last night in the NIT.
Absolutely.
John Kemp hits the first free throw. 7 points for Kemp. Had a good first half. Second one good as well. And it's 53-53. The Sonics again have caught the Bulls with 1:50 to play in the first half. Pippen around McDaniel. Pippen to Cartwright. Had it blocked by Cage from behind and out of bounds to the Bulls.
That's hard to block King's shot because he gives you so much body English, but they say that he got away with the block shot as he stepped on in. It looked like Cage got him. I think they got him.
A lot of contact in there. Way out front it comes to Michael.
They haven't got Hodges really a shot out of the corner.
Only 7 on the shot clock, John. Got to get one up quick. And there it is. Not a bad one.
He can get you that one all the time.
Well, he ought to take it a few more times if he asked me. He can get it. Michael was 17 in the game. Bulls by 2, 1:20 to play in the first half. Kemp way outside. Nope. Man. And King, good position for the rebound. Bulls on the move. Hodges. Down they go to Cartwright on the baseline. Had it knocked away and a foul called on McMillan.
They had a mismatch, and Craig Hodges spotted it right away. He said, let's go right into the big guy. So Cartwright's got McMillan down there, and as he turns to face the basket, McMillan hit him across the arm. So Cartwright now with a couple free throws. He split a pair early also.
Bill's numbers from Thursday at Golden State had 10 points. His free throw rings out no good. The Bulls 13 of 21. Less than 2 out of 3, and that's not very good by NBA standards. Yeah. Cartwright will have another one. And he got that one. Cartwright with 8. Bulls by 3. And applying some pressure in the backcourt, but the Sonics beat that easily. This is McMillan. Kemp. Knocked away. Here we go again.
Air! Airborne. They love it. The people in the stands, I mean, when do you ever hear it? When your team makes a mistake in any sport, and the other guy capitalizes on it. Only in this. Uh-oh.
Had it back again. Now King's got it. Pippen to Hodges for 3. Make it 2. He had a foot on the line, but Hodges hit the 2, and the Bulls have raced back out to a 7-point lead. Hodges with 6 and a travel called on Daly.
Boy, the Bulls have given him all kinds of problems here in the last minute and 5 seconds. McDaniel went out of the game, and bam, the Bulls took over defensively.
It was a 3-point game 30 seconds ago. Right now, with 29 seconds to play in the first half, the Bulls have a 7-point lead and the basketball.
All right, now what they'll probably try to do here is get Michael with the ball on the top of the key, hold it, make the penetration, break him down, have Hodges sitting in one corner. We'll see either Michael gets the shot or Hodges, as they'll take some time off the clock.
17 on the shot clock, about a 4-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, so the Bulls will have to put it up. 10 on the shot. And Michael playing it cool way out front against McMillan. Behind the Cartwright screen, the pull-up jumper won't go, but Stacey King, that had the tip in it, just wouldn't go down. Now loose again, this is McKee. 1 second, Pippen stole it, and that'll do it for the first half. A wild finish, but no more damage done by either side as the clock runs out to end the second quarter. And the Bulls will go to halftime with a 7-point lead from Seattle and Chicago 60, the Supersonics 53. And we'll be back with halftime activities in just a few moments.
Designated smoking areas have been provided.
New friends, new sights, new things to do, and a whole new outlook on the world. Being a Youth for Understanding high school exchange student is the best.
Call 1-800-TEENAGE for your ticket to the world.
Come on and take your hat off, Mr. Tall, Blonde, and Smooth. Come on and slide on down. It's time to make your move. Mr. Golden Boy, you turn my head around. Pouring on the chalk, come on and slide on down. Slide down over here. Bartender, buy that man a Miller beer. You can do it with True Value.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas with the realistic 6.5-foot Douglas fir tree from Hudson Valley. Save a growing tree and the yearly expense. This flame retardant tree complete with stand is just $49.95. Then string along the GE 100 light miniature set with bonus 35 light set for only $9.99 at participating True Value hardware stores and home center.
When you talk most valuable player, you gotta include the Toyota Camry. After all, it's Toyota's best-selling car, and no surprise there. Consumers Digest has consistently rated the Toyota Camry a Best Buy. Maybe because the Camry is ranked the most trouble-free car in its class. I like that. Plus, your Toyota dealer is doing what he can to make the Camry an even better value. You simply can't beat what your Toyota dealer has in store for you. Tell him Mike sent you.
Ali Sheedy, the basket case. Emilio Estevez, the jock. Molly Ringwald, the princess. Judd Nelson, the rebel. Anthony Michael Hall, the brain. In the morning, they were total strangers. By afternoon, they were the Breakfast Club.
Monday night at 7 on Channel 9.
Isuzu.
Dan Rowan and Johnny Kerr back in Seattle, where the Bulls have opened up a 7-point lead at halftime at 60-53. You know, a lot of people might say that their favorite dynamic duo in the NBA is Michael Jordan and maybe an usher or a ball boy or somebody. But there have been a lot of great twosomes to play in this league, and NBA Entertainment has a feature about some of the best.
Throughout NBA history, great champions have featured great duos. Because when it comes to the quest for a title, it is clear that it always takes two.
Hit it! Stockton in a hurry. Whoa!
2-on-1. DJ to Chambers. Jam! And now there's a steal by Bird. Underneath the DJ. Lays it in. What a play by Bird.
DJ's still the best player I ever played with, and he's the reason we're having so much success here. I think he's probably our most valuable player in terms if we lost him, we'd be really hurting.
In the mid-'80s, Dennis Johnson joined Larry Bird to help revive the Celtics championship tradition.
That's basketball, though, and that's winning basketball. Great. Some call it Celtic basketball.
And he gets the pass. Goes into the lane. Jump pass back out to DJ. DJ throws on the top. It's gone, and no time left. It's all over.
The Lakers' Magic Johnson would find his counterpart in James Worthy, and together they would garner 3 world titles.
It's really scary how good he is, especially when it's the big game or the big series.
Playing to rave reviews, this scintillating tandem would revolutionize fast-break basketball.
Magic pass. Oh, under to Worthy. Slam dunk. To Magic. Magic right side to Worthy. Slam dunk.
But in the run-and-gun West, new challengers to L.A. supremacy loom on the horizon.
If I had to take a shot at somebody, I would probably like to see the Lakers come around the corner.
With John Stockton teaming with Malone, the Utah Jazz have soared to new heights.
John Stockton and Karl Malone, I mean, they have to be probably the most potent twosome in the game.
In the land of the rising sun, Johnson and Tom Chambers have become another terrifying twosome.
Just the time together is the thing. The longer you're together, the better you get at working with one another.
For these dynamic duos, the time is now. But there are others who are also destined for greatness.
Douglas, alley-oop's got inside the spot, and he somehow got it there anyway. Strickland to Robinson. David Robinson on the big hammer, one of the number of dynamic duos headed in the league this year, John. And right now, I guess for Bulls fans, the dynamic duo most popular would be Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. They've combined for 33 in the first half, and the Bulls have a 7-point lead.
Well, they've done what we talked about doing, attacking the basket, and defensively, their defense has been something to really be proud of. Early in the season, it fell apart really only to one time, and that was in Oakland the other night when this young, quick, small team attacked them and did a good job of it. But tonight, they've been ready for it. They have really deterred a lot of the passes that the Sonics have tried to throw. Lazy passes, telegraphed. Michael has stolen them. And you look at Gary Payton, who's been sensational so far in the season. He hasn't scored a point.
Not a point, and he's been stripped of the ball a few times. We'll come back and take a look at some of the first half highlights and statistics. Also a WGN news break coming up in a few moments. Right now, 60-53 at halftime. Bulls lead the Sonics.
Chicago Bulls basketball is brought to you by American Airlines, something special in the air. True Value, got a tough job to do? You can do it with True Value hardware stores. The Discover card, it pays to discover the card that pays you back. The Illinois Lottery, have a ball, play the lottery.
The high school action is hot in Chicagoland, and nobody delivers it better than Preps Plus in the Chicago Tribune. Every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Preps Plus serves up the games, the players, and the plays that mean the most to you. High school's greatest hits, scores, and a way to keep track of the local sports scene. So dive into full color coverage and get in the game. The high school game with Preps Plus, only in the Trib. For home delivery, call 1-800-TRIBUNE.
Uh-oh. What's wrong? There's just 1 minute made left.
I'll play you for
it. Yo, great game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got thirsty just watching you guys.
Minute Maid Orange, the orange, the official soft drink of the NBA.
Oh, Rick Reed's having a tremendous
Wait a
game.
minute, Rick Reed?
Isn't that Bob's son?
Didn't Bob move to Arlington Heights?
He's probably glued to the set right now. Let's call him.
1 to 1, we're still connected.
Hello, is this the Bob Reed whose son is twice the athlete his old man ever was?
Who is this, Larry?
Curtin Judd.
How you doing?
You can pick up where you left off just by picking up the phone. We're watching the game. Where'd your boy learn all those moves anyway?
I taught him everything he knows.
It's a good thing he never listened.
Just home, we're all connected.
So, 2 years in New York, and he thinks he can tell us how to run things.
It's all right. I fix things. He's traveling overnight on the red eye.
Not first class.
Business class, of course. Company policy.
He'll be hungry and tired.
Club. British Airways business class delivers you ready for business.
Pleasant trip.
Yes, thank you.
Club class for the businessman, only from the world's favorite airline.
These customers just got brake jobs at different muffler shops. The CarX muffler and brake package is priced from only $59.95. Maybe next time, both of these customers will come to CarX for brakes.
Don't worry, call the CarX man.
With the Bulls leading by 7 in Seattle, let's send you back to Chicago for a WGN News break. Here are Robert Jordan and Roseanne Tellez.
Good evening. This is the WGN News Update. 100,000 flag-waving Czechoslovakians welcomed President Bush to Prague today. The president says oppressed people understand more than most how important it is to get Iraq out of Kuwait. In Moscow tonight, Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev is proposing drastic steps to help his economically devastated nation. And Gorbachev has won overwhelming approval to consolidate his power. Roseanne?
Closer to home tonight, police have arrested a third suspect in this week's murder of a convenience store clerk in Valparaiso, Indiana. He's Perry Miller, the stepfather of one of the 2 teenagers arrested for the rape, torture, and murder of 19-year-old Crystal Helmchen. Police believe Miller masterminded the crime. The 43-year-old ex-con spent almost half his life in prison for a similar crime 2 decades ago. And 3 people, a 4-year-old boy, a 16-year-old, and a 70-year-old woman lost their lives overnight in a house fire on the south side. Investigators say all died of smoke inhalation. The battery was dead in the family's smoke alarm.
Sports Times now. Here's Sid Garcia with all of today's action.
All right, a busy day in sports, and the shocker of the day came from South Bend, where Penn State knocked off top-ranked Notre Dame. Game was tied at 21-all with only 8 seconds left. Came down to this. Craig Bayak from 34 yards out for the win. Penn State upsets Notre Dame 24-21. Other college winners today included Illinois, Iowa, Michigan, Michigan State, and Ohio State. Robert, Roseanne?
Okay, thanks, Sid. Let's move quickly to a quick weather update. How's it look in the week ahead?
Doesn't look too bad, especially in the short run. Here's the forecast. For tonight, first of all, we're expecting a few clouds late, wind southwest, low 31 to 35. The forecast for Sunday, some increasing clouds and maybe a sprinkle late. Winds out of the south-southwest, 10 to 20 miles per hour, but a beautiful spread of temperatures for tomorrow, high predicted between 51 and 55 degrees. Lately, we've been doing very well on nice weekends.
We sure have. Nice fall.
Let's hope it keeps up. And that's it for now. I'm Robert Jordan.
And I'm Roseanne Tellez. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Social Security is up and running when you are. If you need information or service, call early. Weekday mornings between 7 and 9. 1-800-2345-SSA.
The tragedy of child abuse takes many forms, from verbal assaults to hurtful blows. But it is preventable, and we all have a role to play. If you know of a parent having difficulty, reach out. Sit down and talk. And if you're having difficulty, get help for yourself. Talk to a friend. Sign up for a parenting class. Take time out. Don't take it out on your child.
Contact the National Committee for Prevention of Child Abuse.
Let's say what you thought would never really happen was finally really happening. And you were leaving the nagging routine of the real world behind, including that Visa bill you forgot to pay. But let's say you had a Citibank Visa and a Citi One account. You could transfer money from checking or savings and pay your Visa bill from any phone, anytime. Looking at banking through your eyes. keeping you and your money in touch, even when you're out of touch. That's the difference between banking and city banking.
Most videos shot with today's small camcorders come out looking shaky like this. But now, with a push of a button, they come out steady like this. Panasonic introduces the Palmcorder, the compact camcorder with the digital image stabilizer.
Believe this, Brian, you're lifting it.
It's small and lightweight, so it fits in the palm of your hand. Yet the Palmcorder uses videotapes that can play in any VHS recorder.
Brian!
The Palmcorder from Panasonic, just slightly ahead of our time.
It's a special season, the silver season, and after 25 years, Johnny Red Kerr remembers the first season.
It was really something when the Bulls came in because they were recognized right away with two All-Stars, Guy Rogers and Jerry Sloan. This was a graveyard for professional basketball, but not after that first year.
Friday, November 30th, it's Miller Genuine Draft 25th Anniversary Mug Night, plus the Bulls and Pacers. For tickets, call 312-902-1919.
I sure didn't think I'd still be here 25 years later.
Participating advertisers in Chicago Bulls basketball are Phillips 66, makers of high-quality super clean gasolines. That's powerful stuff. Nike, who reminds you to just do it. McDonald's, food, folks, and fun. You know the one, McDonald's, for food, folks, and fun. The Chicago Tribune, get in the game, pick up a Trib. Your local Ford dealer. Quality people, quality products.
Dan Roan and Johnny Kerr back in Seattle, where the Bulls have used an opportunistic defense to open up a 7-point lead at halftime. And, John, when they stole the ball, they've been able to finish.
They have. They've got some pretty good defensive plays. Here, Jordan steals the ball early in the first quarter, goes on in. Sedale Treat takes him right into the cheap seat. Well, there's no cheap seat stuff, but Michael gets up, makes a three-point shot out of it. So the defense was super for him. There, Xavier McDaniel comes down under the basket, goes up in the air, and just power slams it as he breaks through the big men's defense. And now Horace gets it pass to Michael Jordan. Jordan goes up in the air for the ball. The ball is beautifully up on the rim. It bounces off. Scotty picks it out of the air, comes down underneath. Nobody there, and he stuffs it in himself. The king of stuff, a lot of stuff we've watched here so far, but this is why everybody comes to the Bulls games. This is why the man is so great. They love it. A 10.
We'll give him 10, and we'll give the Bulls a 7-point lead as we get underway here in the third quarter. Stats coming up in a few minutes. X-Man on the baseline. Goes for the jumper over Horace, couldn't get it, and Scottie Pippen's got the rebound. Bulls 2-on-2 if they hurry. Here comes Michael. Stopped by Treat, but he poured it in anyway, and Michael Jordan gets things off to a good start from the Chicago standpoint here in the third quarter.
Michael had 6 steals in the first half. 6 steals. Scotty had 3. The Bulls had 10 as a team. Their high this year is 9 against Boston in Boston. So
they've blown that out of the water already.
Defense has been really great here.
Here's Cage from outside. Not a good shot. And Michael speared the rebound. Jordan. John Paxson inside to Grant, who got pushed by the X. No call. Michael out front with Cage.
Got a mismatch down low. It's L3, but will they get it?
They got a mismatch there, too. Jordan's shot hit the side of the board and came down. Looking for a foul and didn't get it, and Cage has it ripped off the board by Horace Grant, and the Bulls have it. Here's Jordan. 2-on-2. Michael bounce past Pippen. Good fake by Scotty. And he airballed it from 5 feet. Ragged play on both ends right now. Somebody slowed that treadmill down a little bit. Here's McDaniel down the baseline. Had it knocked out of bounds, and Seattle will hang on to the ball. Wow.
Both sides carping at the officials now, looking for it. Quick look at the statistics, Dan. The Bulls 23 out of 39, 59%. Free throws they led there. Rebounds 14 to 13, and steals 10 to 5.
Steals the big significant figure there, and the ball knocked around loose and hauled down again by the Bulls. Pippen, Jordan, Michael with Treat on the left wing all by himself. Little jitterbug move, and now back out front. Scotty. Bax walks in, nothing there. 7 on the shot clock. Pippen with the ball fake and the jumper. Hit the back iron, no good, but it comes right back to Scotty. He'll try it again, and He made that one. Scottie Pippen with his first 2 of the second half, 16 for the game, and the Bulls back up by 11.
Scottie's been shaking his head out there in offense, and they're jumping out at him. I mean, they're really opening it up for him to put it on the floor and go a little bit. Here's a one-on-one now with Payton.
Shadeo with a good flash to the basketball, but he missed the shot. However, got it back. And Phil Jackson really steamed at Bill Cartwright for not grabbing that rebound. To the glass goes Pippen, and Pippen, as he did in the first quarter, Red, getting off to a quick start in this half.
Talk about dynamic duos.
No kidding.
These two tonight have really put on a show here.
18 for Scottie, 21 for Michael, and the Bulls have that 11-point lead back. Payton picked up the dribble, 10 on the shot clock with McKee way outside against Pippen. McKee with a left-hand scoop, couldn't get it. Pax hustling for the loose ball, he's got it. They had Michael loose, but couldn't get it to him. Now 3-on-3 if they hurry. Pippen, he's hammered. Scottie, as he tried to deliver the pass to Horace Grant, was knocked to the floor.
He's telling Horace they should have shot it. You think he gets hurt,
right?
Yeah, they could have gone to the line.
Of course, the way things have gone at the free throw line, that might not be such a good idea. Here you go again.
He goes on in and gets, they call it on Cage.
Horace shot from 16 off the back iron again, and Derek McKee has the rebound for the Sonics. The Bulls have outscored them 6-2 in the second half and lead by 11, 66-55. Key high post working on Pippen, had it knocked away. Here goes Michael again.
Poster time.
What do we get this time?
Nah, you're just normal dunk. You could do that.
I could do it off
Never mind.
one of those mini tramps. I could do it.
I'm going to take a timeout to talk this one over.
We get a full or a 20. I think
that's
we get
Michael's 7th steal, by the way.
What a game he's having. Full timeout called by Seattle with 8:28 to play in the third. The Bulls by 13, 68-55. We'll be back.
Sonics take on the Celtics.
Athletes with mental retardation don't compete for money, or fame, or endorsements. Experience the 1991 International Special Olympics Games, Minneapolis, St. Paul. We're winning over the world.
What precision-built truck is also America's most popular value? What truck offers precise fits and finishes and a wider range of electronic fuel-injected engines? Ford trucks, the best ever rest. It's Ford Ranger, the precision-built truck that's widening the sales gap every day. The best-built, best-selling American trucks are built Ford tough.
Skydiver Eddie Turner will never forget October 16th.
We were jumping at 12,000 feet. Frank collided with another diver and was knocked out cold.
Like a missile, Turner shot toward his friend.
All I could think about was just getting a hold of that ripcord.
Which he did, just 10 seconds before impact.
He'd done it for me.
To everyday heroes everywhere, we offer our best. Smooth, never bitter, Miller Beer.
I told Frank, next time you fall, make sure it's for a tall blonde.
Chicago Bulls fans, you can win a trip for two to see the 1991 NBA All-Star Game by predicting the starting lineups for each team. Send those lineups on a postcard to Miller Genuine Draft All-Star Voting Sweepstakes, P.O. Box 332, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The lucky winner will be selected on our January 31st broadcast. You have to be 21 to enter, void where prohibited, and all entries must be postmarked by January 19th, 1991. Bulls with their biggest lead of 13. The ball tapped away. 2 seconds on the shot clock, and Payton got it to go down. Gary Payton with his first basket of the night cuts the Bulls lead to 11. Just under 8 minutes to play in the third period here in Seattle. Cartwright with a pass inside and a holding call right there, Reds, on X-Man.
Yeah, it looked like Cage and McDaniel had him in a bind there, but McDaniel picks up number 3.
Another look, just a little exchange inside there. And
I love to see that when the big man makes the pass. Now, Cartwright made that pass.
Here's Pax down the lane.
Oh,
and Johnny pulled it down and put it back up for his second basket of the night. You don't see Pax in that territory very often.
Well, that picked his spirits up seeing that Notre Dame lost today. Michael on a steal.
Scotty with a good catch, 1-on-2, and Pippen will pull it back.
number 8 for Michael, I would guess, in steals.
8 steals for Jordan. The Bulls looking for their biggest lead of the night at 70-57. 10 on the shot clock. And Paxson way outside right. Jordan, good ball move. Shake and bake to the glass. Michael Jordan now with 25, and the Bulls have a 15-point lead. 72-57. The timeout didn't help K.C. Jones a bit. Street with a long one way off. And Pippen back in a hurry for the Bulls. Scotty hauled it back out. Still on the dribble. Now inside Cartwright. Jordan down the lane.
Oh, Bill, I loved it again. Cartwright with the pass down to Michael, breaking slam ball.
And KC is smoking on the Sonics bench. Michael Jordan now with 27, and the Bulls have blown out to a 17-point lead. 6:46 to play in the third, and we'll be back in a moment.
Ali Sheedy, the basket case. Emilio Estevez, the jock. Molly Ringwald, the princess. Judd Nelson, the rebel. Anthony Michael Hall, the brain. In the morning, they were total strangers. By afternoon, they were the Breakfast Club. Monday night at 7 on Channel 9.
I've always thought that putting down one piece of road was pretty much the same as any other. Then I found out that underneath all this asphalt, these guys are laying down this special fabric from Phillips 66. It's called Petromat. Now, they say it'll not only make this piece of road last longer, it'll also make it safer. If Phillips 66 puts that much into a road, think how much they put into their gasolines.
Good things for cars and the people who drive them.
In November, look what's sitting at the head of the table. The Hamilton Beach electric knife from True Value hardware stores. Its famous hole-in-the-handle design ensures perfect carving balance, while the stainless steel blades carve your holiday turkey, roast, or ham in minutes. In November, get the Hamilton Beach electric knife. It's just $10.88 while supplies last at participating True Value hardware stores and home centers.
Welcome back. MJ has eclipsed his season high for steals with 8 already tonight, and what a game he's had. We're going to show you that Cartwright pass to Jordan again in just a second. Knocked away again. Michael got a hand on it. Pippen down the lane. Had it blown out of there by Kemp, and now Daly gets the easy one on the other end. Great defensive play down there by Sean Kemp. Here's the pass inside. Watch the pass by Cartwright to Jordan down the lane.
Beautifully done. I love it when the big guy drops that ball up like that.
Bill put it on the floor now. 13 on the shot clock for the Bulls. George Grant pats around the screen, no shot. 5 on the shot, so Michael nails it from way outside right. 10 in the period, 29 for the game. 76-59 Bulls. Turn that 7-point halftime lead into a 17-point Bulls in a great third quarter. Down low, Pippen goes to the floor to knock it out of bounds. 11 on the shot clock for the Sonics when it comes back in.
We had some great fish here the last day or so in this town, but I'd still rather be bass fishing with Lake Mason up Bridgeville. Up where? Bridgeville, Wisconsin. You got to go to the Pheasant Inn when you get up there.
I want you to write all this stuff down for me. They almost didn't get it off before the shot clock ran out, but the shot way off, and Pippen knocked his own man down. Pax still on the floor, and now he gets it back from Scotty.
Pax is going to take a 3. What a finish that would have been.
Down it goes to Michael, the return, and Pax let it go. I think that was touched. At any rate, Cartwright got the air ball rebound and hammered it for double figures. He's at 10 points now for the game, and it's a 19-point Bulls lead, their biggest.
That's how the Bulls got beat against Boston. Remember that? Parrish took the shot and missed it, and
Brian Shaw
took it and laid it up at the buzzer.
Here's McMillan from outside, rimmed in and out. Cartwright rips it down for Chicago. Outlet Jordan. Here they come again.
Scotty and Michael having a little fun out there, flipping the ball back and forth.
And they're really playing with the Sonics right now. Seattle can't do a thing on offense. And the Bulls have been able to cash in on the transition game.
Jordan is in the line, shooting
The
2.
turnovers, and that's a big part of why things are turning out the way they are here tonight.
Well, the Bulls have protected the ball very well over the season.
Michael hits the first one, 30 for the game. Season high is 41, remember, against Boston. He's definitely got that in his sights tonight. He got them both.
He loves parquet. And he likes butter too, but I mean, he loves that floor, Dan.
He must have a pretty good feeling for this one too.
Yeah. It's like in Hoosiers, he said, measure the basket, right? It's 15 feet away, it's 10 feet off the floor. Michael knows every arena is the same way.
Jump shot baseline, Kemp won't go. Polynice decked Horace Grant with a right elbow.
You know, at halftime, Horace didn't have a rebound, but Horace has had to keep those big guys out of there.
Bulls having trouble getting the ball in. Now they get it to Scottie Pippen. He'll bring it up against Daly. Ooh, almost threw it away, but Michael saves it. Michael with a two-man game with Cartwright. Ball out of bounds. Bulls will have it. 12 to shoot when it comes back in.
It's games like this, too. The people have been down on Bill Cartwright. Cartwright is really very, very important to this ball club, making sure it doesn't get beat up underneath the boards.
Well, Michael's shot wouldn't go down, but
ball's on the side. It's Quentin Daly on the foul.
Daly got a hand on Michael as he shot it. Actually, before he shot.
Well, I don't know if he got. He might have hit Scotty because they didn't let that play go. It's going to be on the side. Anyway, it's on Quentin Daly, his second.
There's your triangle play, and
yep.
So much for the triangle. Throw it into Michael and let him go. 33 for MJ, and the Bulls lead it 82 to 59. Phil Jackson still up. Following the defensive play for the Bulls. Daly trying to put it on the floor against Pippen. He scored. We'll count that one and send Quentin to the free throw line.
The foul was on Scottie Pippen. That's his second. First on the team.
This is the one where Michael was trying to get the shot, and Quentin Daly just came in. Well, really what he did was he shoved Bill Cartwright. He wailed on Bill Cartwright.
Oh,
anyway, down on this end, Q barrels on into Scotty, picks up the foul and makes the basket.
Q missed the free throw. McMillan got the rebound. Boy, a couple of San Francisco guys treating each other like that, too. Kemp, the finger roll. Nothing there. Outlet Bulls. Here comes Jordan on Barros. Had it knocked out of there. Barros wrapped up Jordan, and no call. McMillan got the block. Daly with a jump shot on the other end. It won't go. It's over the top, and the Bulls will have it.
Well, Ernie, if you got that baby, I'd like to see if there was any contact on it. Dan, what do you think?
Boy, Michael's down on the other end of the floor screaming about that.
There he goes. He goes on in.
Well, what do you call that?
That's arm. That's a block. Yes, that's a block, but that was all arm as they come for a timeout.
That's a block, all right.
So Michael let a little laugh on that and said, hey, that big guy slowed me down by grabbing my arms. The little guy slowed me down, but the big guy was able to block the shot at me, so Michael's having a little bit of a laugh here. The Bulls have got a little bit of a laugher going here. If they can continue to keep it up, Dan, 3:30 to go, 82 to 61. They've been flawless here in the second half.
I can't think of very much to criticize or even to rebuke them mildly for. I mean, they've been spectacular, especially Jordan, who has 14 in the period now and 33 for the game. The attendance tonight here in Seattle, 14,692, standing room only sellout, as it usually is when Jordan and company come to town.
Boy, they've got two buildings in this town. This building here, and of course that great big old King Dome, and they're going to build another one, I understand.
There's a look at the NBA scoreboard, kind of. The Knicks beat Philadelphia tonight. Also, Boston over Washington. Hey, Charlotte's been playing pretty well, right?
5-5 this time of year, Charlotte.
Beat Cleveland. Orlando won again tonight, too. So, a couple of surprises on the NBA board. And the Sonic Dancers finding something to smile about, even though their team's down by 21 points. 3.5 to play here in the third.
You know, you travel all over, Dan, and the Bulls have fans just like the Cubs have fans throughout the world. And I was down at Springfield, and Shorty and Murray clinging to saying, we watch all of your Bull games on GN. We love the way the Bulls play. So people, I mean, in places that don't have the team, get a chance to see the Bulls. And there's Dale Ellis, and that maybe explains it. Oy, what a headache.
They could use him, no question. The rest of those scores quickly. Detroit, a winner again over Atlanta, 91-83. And in the fourth quarter, Milwaukee with a 12-point lead over the Nets. We come back into action here with 3.5 to play in the third. Bulls have it, leading by 21. And B.J. Armstrong, Dennis Hobson in for the Bulls. Jordan has come out. Here's B.J. looking inside, 9-8 on the shot. Horace Grant away from play. We get an offensive foul on Cartwright.
And I must be right. I don't know my math. It's a technical foul on Cartwright.
Bill's still barking at the official.
Yeah, well, this is where Earl Strom was right. He handled the game and said, be quiet, walk down the floor. But here they say if anybody talks to you or looks foul at you, call it technical on them. That slows the game down really completely.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to where it is in baseball, where those guys seem to have a major superiority complex in some cases.
They've only scored 9 points now with that technical foul in this quarter. Am I right?
That's right. That's right. They had 53 and now they have 62. Barros made the technical free throw. And the Sonics have it with 10 on the shot clock now. Way outside, McMillan against Hobson. Down low, the little guy missed the layup, and it's thrown out of there by Horace. Hobson went to clear for the break, and Kemp can't get it. Too much pastry on that one. Had an easy layup and made it too difficult for himself. Now Pippen on the glide. Scotty, no. Out of bounds to the Bulls. And a new 24 with 2:40 to play.
What you can't do with Hobson maybe on the dummy play.
Nope, not that time. Well, they give it to Bill on the dummy play. And it raked off the glass.
Maybe no.
What's the call? Foul or goaltending?
Looks like he wiped it off the glass, didn't he? That's on Kemp, Sean Kemp.
Thomas whistled on Sean Kemp, his third.
Well, that's
fifth on the team.
We just had to wait a little bit longer for that dummy play, didn't we?
That's right. It all of a sudden opened. Everybody went away from Cartwright. He got it underneath. He put it up.
Pretty good looking block by Kemp.
Cartwright, he'll shoot two.
Cartwright goes to the free throw line for the first time in a half. He's 2 out of 4 for the game. And a 78% free throw shooter for the season. I guess if we had to criticize, John, that would be the only thing that we could
free throws, right?
Say anything badly about. Yeah, the free throwing hasn't been very good.
Yeah, we're scooching for them to get to the free throw line, and they're not doing their end of the bargain.
Second one there. Cartwright has 11. And goes back up by 21. Daly threw it over to Barrows, thought about it, didn't put it up. Barrows still with a dribble, had it blocked from behind by Pippen, and the Bulls could, Scotty couldn't quite get the handle. They had a run out.
Now, that bothers me. I don't know if that's a block or a steal.
Hey, give him one of each.
Give him one of each, right?
Let's be generous. Pad those numbers a little bit.
He lets it go. Got a mismatch here.
10 on the shot clock. Cartwright with a cross-court pass to Pippen. Didn't get that one. Good rebound inside by McMillan. And the Sonics come back on the run. Kemp, look out. Can't get it to go down. I've never seen a guy miss so many short shots. Good pass by Kemp inside, and McMillan couldn't find the handle.
All right, Q can do it.
Q can shoot those in his sleep.
Oh, you got that right.
14 points for Daly in the game. It's 83-64. Coming down on a minute and a half in the third period. BJ with 9 on the shot clock. And looking inside. Clock down to 5. Have to get it up. Got to shoot that one. They won't get it off. Bulls. Pippen just not aware of what was happening.
Nobody on the court aware. There got to be people screaming all over the building except you and I. Is that the trash defense there or what?
He's supposed to say.
Well, he's saying, get out of here. Don't bring that stuff down. You're in the wrong street.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing. It's easy for a guy 7 feet to say that to a guy 6'2". We get an offensive foul on the Sonics this way.
Dana Barrows.
It was on the little guy. Dana pushing some people around. Cartwright able to get it in bounds to BJ with a minute to play in the third quarter. It slowed down considerably in the last couple of minutes. Bulls cracked a time strike now with 12 to shoot. Pippen with Daly. I bet they get it up this time. 5 on the shot clock. 4, 3. Hobson, Pippen at the buzzer. Nope. And the rebound, Sean Kemp. Oh, hop. Good effort by Hobson. Couldn't quite get there, and Barrows is going to get one from the corner. Nope. Cartwright rebound. Bill clears it. In the middle of Armstrong. Quick 3-on-2 for the Bulls if they hurry. Hobson's shot won't go, and Seattle's got the rebound. The Bulls reserves have gone cold here at the end of the period. 9 seconds for the quarter. 8, 7, 6. Barrows down the lane. He's fouled by B.J. Armstrong. Only the second team foul in the quarter on the Bulls.
First in the last 2 minutes, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. They had one to give. And so the Sonics will have it out of bounds. 2 minutes. 5.2 to play.
He was going down the lane. They said getting ready to shoot. He was on the drive.
Getting ready to shoot?
Well, he said he was on the drive. That's what I thought, too.
I think he was getting ready to think about shooting. Dana Barrows, 4 for 4 at the stripe. He's one of the few players in this game who has shown some proficiency at the free throw line. 5.2 for the period. Second free throw good by Barrows. Cartwright looking long. Pippen, top of the circle, plenty of time. Scotty's shot from the left wing is no good, and that will bring us to the end of period number 3. The third quarter is in the books, and the Bulls have cracked this game open during that 12-minute stretch. At the end of 3, it's Chicago 83 and Seattle 66. Back with the final quarter after these messages.
Of all the airlines serving Chicago, which one will take Chicago business travelers in and out of O'Hare nearly 900 times today? Which one will fly them to the most destinations worldwide? Which one will take them to Europe with the most non-stops to the most cities? Which airline of all the airlines has grown to become the gateway to the world for Chicago business travelers? American Airlines. We mean business in Chicago.
You know, this celebrity business isn't all it's cracked up to be. Sure, I get to travel all over the country, but I'd rather just hang out and have a Miller Lite with the guys. Having another round of lights? Me and the boys don't want some watered-down version of a regular beer. Hey, thanks. We want the less filling beer that really tastes great. Right, guys? Right. Hey, anybody for a game of pool? Yeah, sure. All right, well, let's go.
Get the picture? When it's Miller Lite, less filling really tastes great.
Your breakdown.
A little room, boys.
I love Toyota sports performance cars, like this Corolla SR5. Some call it a pocket rocket. I call it fast. The Toyota Celica comes with more power and more performance, and a pretty low price. From 0 to 60, Toyota's two-seater passes by Porsche with a full second to spare. And the Toyota Supra, uncompromised, luxurious, world-class. Face it, nobody beats what your Toyota dealer has in store for you. And tell them Mike sent you, but hurry.
Back in Seattle, we'll let you cruise through the NBA scores tonight while we tell you that the Bulls have capped season ticket sales at 13,000 and have started a waiting list for seats that may become available in the future. To add your name to that list, call 312-943-5800. The Bulls office number again, 312-943-5800. And with 12:00 to play in the game here in Seattle tonight, the Bulls have a 17-point lead to protect, and they bring it in. Stacey King, B.J. Armstrong, Dennis Hobson, Horace Grant, and Scottie Pippen for the Bulls. Daly, Payton, McKee, X-Man, and a new man into the lineup for the Sonics for the first time tonight. The former Bull, Dave Corzine, is in there, John.
Yeah, they need to get him a little playing time.
Shot clock running down for Hobson. He shot it long from the right side, and McDaniel brings it over the 10-second line. Great to see Corzine back. He really had a big problem with that knee last year in Orlando. anterior cruciate ligament.
Great story about Dave.
Daly in the lane, spun around.
Daly went down in the lane, looked like Hobson got him. He did.
Somebody got him. Michael Jordan sitting out the first couple of minutes of this quarter.
I'll tell you a story about Dave Corzine. He went to Orlando, and he was traveling around the league, and he saw when Orlando would play, there'd be a lot of empty seats, and he thought the league was in trouble. He forgot he wasn't playing with Michael Jordan anymore.
It does make a difference, doesn't it?
He says, I found tickets easier to get on the road. You missed that first one.
Daly 0 for 2 at the line, now 1 for 3. 15 for him in the game, and pressure by the Sonics in the backcourt. King with it now, and the Bulls will clear it with B.J. Armstrong. Looking for their first points of the fourth period. Leading by 16, 83-67.
Gotta attack the basket, guys.
Shot clock inside 10. Hobson down the lane, found an opening, and laid it in.
He did.
Left-hand shot off the glass by Dennis Hobson. He has 4. 18-point Chicago lead. Outside jump shot, McKee won't go, and a scramble for the rebound. Pippen has it. Bulls 3-on-3. Armstrong stutter step, pulls it back outside, and they'll reset the offense. Down it goes to Horace Grant on the baseline. Horace, long jump shot, no good. McKee the rebound, or I should say McDaniel. Livingston up off the Bulls bench, he'll come in. McDaniel jump shot right wing, no good. Boy, Seattle gone cold. Pippen has the rebound. Now Hobson. Long jump shot by Hop is good. So a couple of quick hoops by Dennis Hobson gets that Bulls lead right back up to 20 points. 10 minutes even to play. Gary Fink. Daly, this is going up. No good. Pippen sweeps the rebound. Bulls have an advantage if they hurry. Armstrong, Grant, wrapped up inside by Daly, and Clinton draws the foul, sending Grant to the free throw line. And Scottie Pippen's going to have a seat. Just Livingston on for him.
That's a good play here by B.J. Armstrong, and a look at their bench. That's unhappiness right there.
Looking at the longest 9:41 of the season, probably for them.
You know, one of their other coaches is missing from their bench tonight. He's out scouting. That's Kip Mata. That name rings a bell with you?
Yes. I'd say so.
Kip Mata's son.
Horace made the first one.
Yeah, B.J. with a bullet down the lane, and Hugh took him out as he went in. Horace made the free throw.
Made them both. Will Perdue off the Bulls bench. He'll be in next dead ball. Bulls by 22 and a 20-second timeout called by K.C. Jones.
And this is very important for the Bulls to play well here so they can rest Michael and some of their players, because we'll be leaving here on the charter after the game, Dan, going into Portland. Portland is undefeated this year, and they are a tough ball club, so you don't want to go in there having all these guys slogging those big, heavy minutes. So it's very important now that this unit that's in there gives them a big lift and can finish it out.
Well, they had a 17-point lead in the period, and now it's up to 22, so they've done their job. The next telecast here on Channel 9 Wednesday night, Thanksgiving Eve, November 21st at Phoenix, and what a game that's going to be. JD will sit that one out. I'll be joining Johnny again down in Phoenix. The Bullseye debuts Wednesday night at 8 o'clock, and the play-by-play at 8:30 from Phoenix. The Bulls and the Suns. Sonics have it. Shot clock at 10, trailing by 22. Inside it goes to Corzine. BJ. Casey Grant up high. Now BJ again. Corzine's got Armstrong. That's a little bit of a mismatch. Good look inside. Shot raked off the glass, but King stays with it. Still can't get it to go in. Livingston. Shot clock reset. Flip off the board and good.
He loves that shot off the glass. He really loves it.
First points of the night for Cliff Livingston. 91-67 Bulls. X-Man on the baseline. The fake had it rejected, and a late whistle inside. Foul against Cliff Livingston, and McDaniel heads for the free throw line. Will Perdue now gets back in the game.
Was that Horace that sat down? I guess Horace had a nice game.
Shooting 2.
First free throw, no. This is on the lip and falls off.
This is a unit that plays together, normally in the second period and late in the third. So I'd like to see them get some minutes because they haven't got many minutes for Will Perdue, and he needs some to help them on this trip.
They may get a bunch here with a 23-point lead.
Oh, pass. If he flipped it over his head, he had it.
McDaniel put it away with 2 hands.
That's a tough pass to try to make. If he could have flipped it, just take it over his head, he would have had a little easier chance. I know it looks a little fancy, but it's not that tough a pass to drop it down. Had the right idea.
BJ hung up, got it to King, down the lane, beat Corzine to the basket, and he'll go to the free throw line.
King got hit really when he got the ball. McDaniel took a shot at him, and then Corzine picked up his first foul. And I know his mom and dad must be watching this game in Chicago.
King at the line for Chicago.
They always do. King went down. He did. He had his jersey held on to a little bit, and then he went up and flipped it down. And now, oh, he missed that free throw.
Well, you watch Dave move around out there, Brad. He's got a ways to go before that knee gets back to 100%.
Yeah.
Next man's looking for the basket here. He got it up on the glass and drew the foul. Stats time, wouldn't you say?
Yes, he just took it in on Cliff Livingston. I might say at this stage that was Will Perdue's foul.
Axis of the line, shooting 2.
Wake up, you guys. Got 8 minutes to go here. Next man got the free throw. He's only got 4 points in the second half, only 10 in the first, so 14 for him. His average is almost 24. Bulls have done a nice job on he and McKee as well. McKee, they averaged 40 points between the two, and they only have 21 at this point. Livingston guarded by McDaniel. Hobson got inside, now spins and had it partially deflected and knocked out to Seattle, and here they come on the run. Dale 3, inside off the glass and good. It's under 20. BJ had to roll off his foot, recovered. Helter-skelter out there now for the Bulls on offense. Inside, Livingston off the back iron. Perdue got the rebound, and it goes in. First basket for Will Perdue tonight.
This must be really hard for Peyton, who is so used to taking over a game. He's been very patient. He's been very patient as he tries to get the ball to his teammates. He has not had a real good night.
Foul is on Livingston.
He's only got 2 points, and Livingston on the foul here. Xavier takes it on strong down the baseline.
Axis of the line, 1 plus the penalty for 2.
Lift a little bit slow to the baseline, trying to cut that play off. I think I can safely predict that we'll see the ball in McDaniel's hands a lot during the last 7 minutes. Corzine out of the game after a 5-minute stint. 4 points for Dave. He drew a foul, got a rebound.
I think what they wanted to do is to get Dave just a little bit of time on that match, see how it did, and this is the kind of time to do it.
Livingston up and off the glass and good. Cliff Livingston with his second hoop in the period. 4 points for the night. 97-76 Bulls. Key working against King. Good defense by Stacy and a traveling call. We get a timeout here in Seattle with 6:46 to play in the ball game. The Bulls have this one in hand, leading by 21.
There are people out there who need help, but don't have anyone with the right skills and knowledge to turn to for help with their taxes. You or your organization can be there for someone who needs help. Volunteer your time, and the IRS will volunteer the training to help make someone's taxes less taxing.
We're here with
Gerald Wilkins and Super Dave Osborne to compare the Nike Air Flight Lite with the Super Dave Slam Dunk Catapult.
Good luck, Harold.
That's Gerald.
And this whole thing is covered with genuine Saskatchewan salmon skin for real safety.
The Air Flight Lite is the lightest Nike basketball shoe on earth.
Excuse me, mine's got Kelman circuitry. It's been patented, so don't try to knock it off.
This is the lightest Nike basketball shoe on earth.
Let's check it out. Fantastic! I mean...
This beauty's gonna stop halfway and then launch me 37 feet in the air. Here we go. We're stopping. No, we're not. I think I broke my face.
Well, of course you did.
Help me.
You decide, the lightest Nike basketball shoe on earth or a broken face.
Help me, Harold.
That's Gerald.
Oh, that hurt.
Well, they're trying to keep the crowd in the game here in Seattle as best they can. With 6:46 to play and the Bulls leading by 21.
This young lady got more response from the crowd than the players have so far in the second half. And
I can't really blame them, John.
Then the Bulls threw that real tough defense at them in the third quarter and gave them only 13 points, and it's sort of carried over. They put their heads down, and it's almost an over game.
Is checked in for the Sonics.
Dennis Hobson with the basketball for the Bulls. Scott Mintz has come on for Seattle, the former Fighting Illini forward from Herscher High School. B.J. Armstrong penetrates and scores. B.J. in the book for the first time tonight. Bulls at 99, Sonics at 76. Scott Mintz wanted us to be sure to remember his aunt and uncle down in Clearwater, Florida, and all the friends back home in Illinois. Stacy spins out of it after the steal. Livingston off the glass, no good. Purdue got the roll on the tip-in.
All right, this unit is now really just banging the boards at will. Will Purdue.
Real small. Hey, look who's coming back in. 23 back on for the Bulls in a second. Another steal. Here they come, 3-on-1. BJ takes it all the way, had it knocked away. Purdue missed the shot off the glass, and Seattle again. Kemp, look out. Livingston, or King got the block. Great defensive play by Stacy, and the Bulls bring it back in a hurry. Purdue dunked it. That's one way to make sure down there. Will Purdue was 6 in the quarter. Michael Jordan was set to come back in. Now he's headed back for the bench. We seem to last at 23 tonight. Sadale 3. Hobson swatted at it, but Creek made the shot. Sadale with 13. 103-78, 5 minutes to play. Will Purdue high post. BJ around Mintz. Into McMillan. It won't go down. Purdue fouled Sean Kemp. You're watching Chicago Bulls basketball tonight on WGN TV, Channel 9 Chicago. And enjoying it, no doubt, if you're a Bulls fan, because they've got a 25-point lead. It's a long night for that guy.
It is, and Sean Kemp will shoot free throws. He's been perfect with his 2. 3 of them now.
Kemp has 9 points. Make it 10. He averages 11. Playing out the string here in Seattle. 4:45 to go. And the Bulls leading 103-80. Backdoor cut. Armstrong not there. Now Stacy way wide left. 10 on the shot clock.
Stacy would love to take that outside jumper. He worked on it all pre-game.
Mintz, good anticipation, made the steal. Scott Mintz. Here's Nate McMillan. Back to Mintz. Inside for the jump shot, and it's good.
Scott Mintz, who came up with the Bulls, played in Europe and was with the Bulls for a little bit, and now Sadale Street in the back court commits the foul. And I don't think the Bulls are there yet, are they? No, not in foul trouble yet. They're just out on the side.
Checks back in for the Sonics.
So Street will sit down here.
Just 3 team fouls on the Sonics. Hobson holding left, and now to King up high. Stacy with a bounce pass to Livingston. That's not his spot. King working on Kemp. Couldn't get it up there. 4 on the shot clock. Hobson has to take it and buried it. Dennis Hobson with a good quarter working. Has 6 points in the period, 8 for the game. Bulls by 23. And Sean Kemp nails it from the corner. First 2 from the second half for him. Livingston bounces it to King. King under pressure by 2 players. Pulls it back and banked it in.
Where did they all go?
He lost them quick, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Up and down. Mintz inside. Little hook shot. Off the board, won't go. Batted off the glass again, and here comes Hobson with it for the Bulls. Between the legs dribble. Air ball shot. Barros rebound. Down it goes to Daly. Double dribble. Got away with it. Bulls out one-on-one. Armstrong with Kemp. And Kemp let him go. BJ to the rack for another one. He has 6 in the period. Right now we're hoping for no injuries on either side.
Yeah, there's a Penny.
Penny on the floor. Kemp works the baseline and hammered it with a reverse right hand. Good play by Sean Kemp down inside. Kemp has 14. Armstrong guarded by Barros. 2.5 to go now. Hobson with the pump shot won't go, but he'll go to the free throw line. And Arnie said they're still coming in.
You got to run that one in reverse, I think. That's right. Be coming in, but they've seen Michael's show.
Michael bowed out after 3 quarters tonight, and with 2:26 to go, the Bulls in charge by 23. We'll be back to finish this one up in just a moment.
WGN Television has awarded 5 more Walt Disney World vacations this week in our Take a Vacation with Bozo contest. These are the lucky winners. We still have 10 Walt Disney World vacations to give away. So every weekday morning for the rest of the month, watch the Bozo Show and look for the Disney magic word. Then, be ready to call in during the next Bozo Show. If you win this January, you and your family will take a vacation with Bozo.
The all-new 1991 Ford Escort. It's the only American-made car in its class. Averaging 41 miles per gallon, the new Escort is a leader in fuel efficiency. And right now, your Ford dealer will give you a $500 cash bonus on every new 1991 Ford Escort. $500 that you can even use as your down payment. Escort prices start at only $69.76. So if you're looking for a new car, get the American-made high-mileage Ford Escort and get a $500 cash bonus only at your local Ford dealer.
You know, I love coming to the park with Air Major. Because there's nothing better than spending a little time with man's 2 best friends. His dog and his beer. Miller Lite, the less filling beer that really tastes great. What's this?
That's mine.
Yeah, doggy.
Miller Lite, where less filling really tastes great.
2:26 to go from Seattle on the Bulls leading 109-86. Dennis Hobson at the free throw line. Could not get it to go. Calling the shots tonight, as always, producer-director Arnie Harris out in the truck. Our executive producer of Bulls basketball, Jim Zerwick, and our coordinating producer, Bill Borson. Hobson got the second free throw to go down. It's 110-86 Chicago. Kemp thinking about it. Corzine back in the game now. Here's Scott Mintz with a jump shot. Did not get it to go down. Livingston the rebound. B.J. Armstrong going all the way. Had it knocked out of bounds by Barros.
2 minutes to go here. Bulls have done a great job here in this building.
They really have. It's been a good effort by the entire team, too. The second unit here has extended that lead since they've come into the ball game. BJ looks inside. Scott Williams had it knocked away and out of bounds to Seattle. This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Chicago Bulls and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Chicago Bulls. Crowd yelling for Mintz to shoot it. He spun and got it back outside in the corner to Kemp. He couldn't get it. Not a good outside shooting team on the floor right now for Seattle, to say the least. BJ over the top, inside for the dunk try, Purdue, and he's going to go to the free throw line. Nice look by BJ Armstrong.
Yeah, BJ saw him standing under there. He sneaked in the back door.
Purdue is at the line, shooting
went up
2.
for the shot. Corzine got him with the body, so Big Will, yes, sir.
Tell you what, that's as good looking a free throw as anybody on this team shoots. Nice
right.
rotation, nice release, nothing but net, 2 in a row. 8 points for Purdue, all in the fourth quarter. Barros had it knocked away. McMillan had it. Now Barros in the corner is going to load up. It's the top of the board and goes in. Who's going to get that?
Kemp, I think Kemp.
I think they're still debating over here. Ball out of bounds to Chicago with a 1:08 to go. Under a minute now. Purdue jump shot over Corzine. Good. Purdue breaks into double figures with a 10-point quarter. 114-88. Kemp. Corzine off the glass and in. So Dave gets his first bucket as the Seattle Supersonic. BJ shoots a pass inside to Scott Williams, and it's thrown out of there by Kemp. Whew, what a block by shot, Kemp. And a great lead pass to Mintz from Dana Barros for 2. Scott Mintz. And Barros with a great assist. 20 seconds to play. 16 on the shot clock. Williams half hooked from the baseline, soft on the rim and in.
Yeah. Williams. Everybody in that book for the Bullies.
That's right. Everybody scored. Final seconds. 7-6. 3-point shot by McMillan. Nope. Given to Scott. Nate McMillan with 2. 4-3, 2-1. And the Bulls win tonight in Seattle. Final score tonight from the Seattle Center Coliseum. The Bulls 116, the Sonics 95. We'll come back to Seattle to wrap this one up in just a moment.